Tell me if it's ready.
It's ready.
Hello, this is Observe What is Sean Fitzgerald. The subject of this playlist is on business owners. We've got Ashley here, and he owns a takeaway, and he also owns property, and he's going to be answering my questions in this field. Introduction. Ashley, I want you to give me your full name for the viewers, your age, are you married, and a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Ashley Magnus. I'm 62 years old. I've been married to my wife Anne for 31 years.
Okay.
We have two children, a son who's 27, he's a civil engineer, and I have a daughter who's a pharmacist who's 25.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ashley. Can you please explain for the viewers sorry, that's fine. Can you please explain to the viewers the nature of your business?
Okay, this business we have is a fish and chip takeaway that I've been involved in for the last 12 years. We have 3 of these businesses now around Durban. My wife and myself run them. We do have a partner in 2 shops, one in Musgrave, a friend of ours, and my son is partly involved in the shop in West.
All right. Nice one. Just look at the camera there, keep it there. Have you ever owned any other businesses? Have you ever owned anything else besides this?
Yes, I have. I'm a pharmacist by trade. So I started a pharmacy when I was 27 and then opened 2 more. I also ran a small pharmaceutical wholesaler.
Wonderful.
I was involved in the conversion of the Link franchise from Link to the Link Investment Trust.
Wow.
We owned a small pharmaceutical company as well, but as time has gone on, I've got rid of those, and now we just run the 3 fish shops.
So I'm interested. So pharmacy, why pharmacy to here? Can you give me an idea?
Yeah, this particular shop was a fish shop next door to my pharmacy that wasn't doing well, so I took that over to try and improve it.
Okay.
And also the government and medical aids got too much involved.
Was it a medical?
Too involved in the pharmaceutical world. The margins went down, and I thought it was also restricted by always having to get locums. So I thought that's enough.
So this is better for you.
Yeah, I have a much freer time now, and it's much more fun.
A lot of regulation in the pharmacy industry.
A lot of regulation, a lot of price control, low margins. Just became.
It's amazing.
Enough.
Yeah, Ashley is a qualified pharmacist and he's running a fish and chip shop. I mean, it just shows you how people change and
That's
things
great.
change.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You started a business. We've explained why you started a business. What are some of the challenges that you faced in starting this type of industry?
Well, this particular business was here. It wasn't going very well. So the whole thing that we focused on was good portion size, good quality. Trying to keep every day it's the same product comes out time after time.
Yeah,
so it's not a case you get a small fish this day and a big one tomorrow, and it's all weighed, it's all controlled.
So there's some challenges.
Yes, there are. And stock and staff.
And staff is always a challenge.
Staff's always a problem.
No problem. What are the present benefits to you for owning this type of industry, this type of business?
It gives me a lot more flexibility. When in pharmacy, I used to be involved in at the pharmacy. I'd leave home at sort of 6:30, get home at 6:30. Here, I sort of work 2 full days, but otherwise I float in and out. So I have a lot more free time, but you've still got to keep your eye on the ball.
Have you ever, and I know I ask a lot of the guys that I speak to, have you ever worked for somebody else before? I know you owned your own pharmacy.
Not really, no. When I left university, I did my traineeship for a year, and then I went back to university for 2 years, and then started my own shop. So basically, my whole life.
Would you ever go and work for somebody again?
It would be very difficult.
Okay, what are that's the benefits we spoke about. Did I ask you about what are the challenges you now have?
The challenge now, it's always a challenge, always opposition, always, as I say, our main focus is to be the best that we possibly can. We believe that the Fish Plaice in Durban gives the best fish, and we continue to work towards that.
And in terms of the staff and labour laws, is that a challenge? Do you have a challenge there?
No, we stick to the rules. We're always very fair. We believe we're very fair with our staff. The rules are set, and that's it. So we don't really have a problem.
And would you recommend this type of business to other people? What you're doing, the fish and chips?
Yes, I think it's, working for yourself. You don't necessarily have to be fish and chips, but it's nice to work for yourself. We've always got that challenge. It is stressful at times, but it's just become a way of life. I always try to work for yourself. That's where I look at it.
Yeah, I agree. What are the future prospects of your business, the industry that you're in?
This business has great potential to franchise it. We get a lot of requests to franchise it. But I just feel that it's too much for me at the moment. To start running, guiding other guys' shops. I'm enjoying life. I don't want to be tied down totally. So we've tended to just keep the 3 shops myself. I do sort of a lot of the running. My wife does most of the bookwork, in fact all the bookwork. So it's very much family orientated. So
Actually, you have 3 of these.
Yes.
You have 3 of these. And you started with just one.
This was the first one.
This was the
actually
first
was
one.
the first
And
one.
what was the reason? Just to expand? Was it?
Yes, I've always been ambitious. I always wanted to expand, but then so we had the 3 or the 2, and then when I sold the pharmacy, started another one. But it's easy to handle it at this size. If we get bigger and bigger, it's more.
It's more manageable.
And I've done my bit.
Okay, great. And you have somebody running those shops?
We have managers in all the shops, but we work in all the shops as well, so that we see what's going on.
So you and your wife are running. Okay, tips. Now I'm just going to ask you, just for the viewers, tips and suggestions for any person wanting to start a business. What would you say is important? Somebody coming out of school, or somebody that's working in, say, a job that has now pension money, wants to start a business. What would your advice be to them?
I think the first thing, if you're going to go on your own, is you've got to have the right place. It's got to be in the right position and get the product that people want. It's no good just getting anything. And then, unfortunately or fortunately, you need cash flow. The nice thing about a cash business is that you are turning your cash. You're not having to borrow, but there is stock you need. But if you can get a cash type business, as opposed to where the pharmacy, there was a lot of money tied up in stock accounts, medical aids, that type of thing. It does make it easier. You need always cash.
Daily running cash.
Yeah, we make sure we especially when we start, that all our money goes back into the business. We try not to take out, so that we've got that buffer.
And you spoke earlier, and I'm quite curious, and I know I picked up on this. You spoke earlier of franchising your business, and this could be quite exciting for you.
It could be, yeah. It is great. We have a number, and when I say a number, we probably have 20 people a year that ask us to franchise. And I have looked at it, but it's just, I think it's too much for me. I want to enjoy a bit of life. I've done the slog.
Would it be an extra step for you guys? Would it be a step up? Would it, in work-wise, in complexity?
Yes, I think you end up in a situation that you need manpower to check that those other stores are keeping up the standard. So you need that extra, then to start delivering stock to those people. So we're a little bit too small and not big enough at the moment.
And also, I know I've owned a franchise. I don't want to bring my things in here, but I know in a franchise you need to also write out a business model that is 100%.
Yeah,
so there is some work there.
It's a lot of work. But for my son, or even my daughter's boyfriend, they are interested. They could take it further. They've got the enthusiasm.
Are they in this business with you?
My son has a share in the one shop, but he's got a full-time job, so he works. But he understands what's going on.
So he would be a perfect logical person to take over from
he
you.
could, yeah.
Well, this is wonderful. You got okay, that's great. We're going to do a little showcase on your business now. I just want you to give the viewers an idea of what's unique for your business as compared to other businesses that are in the same field as you, other fish and chips places or fish places.
Okay, I think it's our quality. We always would try and use the same brand fish, so that it's what's the word? Continual.
Yes.
We weigh all our portions, so every portion comes out the same. We give a much bigger fish than the opposition. The opposition's large fish we don't even have. It's smaller than our small. And as I said,
that's a big plus, I'm sure, especially with today with value for money. Yes.
Yeah. We're neurotic about our oil. We only use pure sunflower oil. We won't try anything else. we filter it, we look at it all the time. So it's just keeping those basic things in line.
I wanted to ask you a question, and I know I'm just waiting for the truck. Sorry, guys. We're as usual. It's unscripted. I'm sitting in Ashley's lovely fish shop here, and he's giving me the. Is there in the food industry? Is there a tension between value for money and quality? Is there a tension there?
I think
you meet middle ground,
yeah,
or
I think people want both. They want quality and they want value. Yes. And I think that's where we are at the moment.
So you are in that sort of...
Yeah, that's what we're very aware of our prices. We try not to push the prices. You know, that's up. So we'll often run our prices for maybe 2.5 years. Because maybe it's bad business sense, but we do that. I'm
curious as well. In the food industry, is the food industry, is it worthwhile for people? Is there people that comes and eats today? I mean, I know it can be, a lot of people class it as expensive to go out and eat today.
You see, it's...
Or takeaways.
Yeah, I find, say, restaurants are fairly expensive. Here, you can get a meal for 2 people, it'll cost you 76 Rand for 2.
Wow, so, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's what we try to get to. So, you know, it's not too much. You go home, buy a bottle of wine, have it with your fish. But
now I'm going to ask you a ballpark figure. No, just pick up a ballpark figure. To be able from scratch to start a business in your field, what are a person in terms of capital, just around about, what would they need to...
I would say what we've looked at, about 500,000 for the equipment. You probably will be able to do it cheaper. There's a lot of second-hand stuff floating around.
But you wouldn't recommend that?
No, it's okay. If you bought second-hand equipment, go to the right guys. They've got it. So you can start off smaller.
So we're looking at about 500,000. That's to have everything. Would they include your stock?
Yes. Yeah. We don't carry huge stock because we get deliveries and it's nice to keep it rolling. Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to add on what we've discussed for the viewers? Anything else you want to add just to watch the camera?
I encourage people to go on their own to work. It's stressful. Believe me, over the years I've been very stressed, but it's nice to see the results. It's your ideas, you don't have to answer to anybody.
Wonderful.
As I say, we're very family as well. My wife does all the books, all the figures, and I'm all running around. So.
Okay, so we're going to, Ashley is wanting to leave his contact details. What I want you to do, Ashley, is give your full name of your shop, the address where they can find you, and maybe your telephone number if possible.
Okay.
Just speak loudly into the camera.
Okay, my name's Ashley Magnus. My cell phone number is 082 881 4531.
Would you repeat that?
082 881 4531. That's the easiest number to find me on. We do have a web page, which is www.thefishplaice, with place spelled PLAICE.co.za. That'll come through to me if you send us an email.
And the name of it's called the Fish Plaice. That's your business. And the address?
Yeah. This particular shop is 47 Ashley Avenue, Glen Ashley, 4051.
Brilliant. Thank you, Ashley. We are finished with the interview now. Thank you very much. Don't do anything. This is Observe What Is Sean Fitzgerald. Please leave your comments and suggestions, and please subscribe. It's free. Thank you very much. Ashley, you can just hit the red button for me.